Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to the BT Confidential podcast. We have a crazy week that happened this week.
Yeah.
Like,
very, very crazy. Lots of new things to talk about.
Like, just to start with, we had Pete, Amy, Warren, and Bloomberg drop out of the presidential race. It's literally everyone except Joe Biden and Bernie.
Yep.
And
the last two candidates. And then,
actually, Tulsi's still in.
Well, we'll see if she actually takes her delegate to the next debate. We'll see.
Because she still hasn't dropped out, and honestly, what is she doing? Because it's getting a little weird.
Yeah.
Like,
she's not going to win, so what is her play?
Exactly. Like, what are you trying to do? Become just a nuisance and you just want to be another voice on the debate? It's like, there comes a point when even I would kind of agree with the DNC if they're like, no, you're not coming to the debate. You got one delegate. You literally can't win this.
You didn't go to the last debate.
Yeah.
Let's not just bring you back in because you got a delegate.
Yeah, everyone would be like, wait, who is she? Is she's still in this?
Yeah. The average American is not going to remember her.
No.
At all.
I'd be like,
there's
my girl Tulsi.
There's a new woman on the race.
Is she a billionaire? How did she just buy her way in all of a sudden?
What are her policies?
All right, we're gonna start with a little bit of a fun video. It's just to preface this.
Gosh.
Just remember, these are the people who get paid to tell you what to think.
Somebody tweeted recently that actually with the money he spent, he could have given every American $1 million.
I've got it. Let's put it up on the screen. When I read it tonight on social media, it kind of all became clear. Bloomberg spent $500 million on ads. U.S. population 327 million. Don't tell us if you're ahead of us on the math. He could have given each American $1 million and have had lunch money left over. It's an incredible.
All right. As funny as that is, and how wrong they are with their math.
Yeah, it's so embarrassing for them.
It's funny that this is MSNBC. These are like the elite. These are the people who tell you what you should think. Yeah. Like, oh, this is what should be important to you.
This is real news.
This is what the normal person's thinking, and they can't even
know this.
They don't even know 2 + 2 shit.
And they're off by millions.
Yeah.
Trillions of dollars,
it's
honestly.
He could... I think someone did the math of, his whole entire wealth, and every American could get, $100-something.
Yeah.
It's okay, that's nice, but this is not the point. We're not taking all the money away from billionaires.
We're not just going to take everybody's money.
It's not gimme, gimme, gimme. No, it's tax you a bit, and if we tax every rich-ass person a bit, we'll have a lot of money to work with here.
It's not just like a communist country. You just pool everything together.
Yeah.
Take everybody's money, distribute it how we...
My money now, please.
Yep.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
And something that kind of irritates me, these same type of people on these programs, these pundits, they'll always talk about how Bernie bros are extremely toxic and
Bernie bros trending on Twitter.
Yeah, and how Warren's always oh, they're so mean on Twitter and their discourse is so bad. And then literally we have here an article of a man unfurled a Nazi flag and shouted anti-Jewish slurs at Bernie Sanders.
Jeez.
It's these people don't understand that the type of abuse Bernie Sanders and his campaign staff go through is
insane.
So much worse than getting a couple snake emojis on Twitter sent at them and a bunch of Bernie bros being hey, you're wrong. This it doesn't add up. You're lying or something.
There's so many people against him is the issue.
Yeah, and it's so annoying.
And they're all rich, so they have tons of resources to throw at him. And
you probably won't hear a bleep about this in the mainstream media because why would they report on this?
No.
It only makes Bernie look more oh, that's sad. He would be our first Jewish president. He's getting such bad abuse.
Yeah, people are abusing him.
Yeah, instead it's Bernie bros are toxic and they are...
This is bad.
It's jeez. It really shows you what lengths they'll go to just to smear him, and it's it's just disappointing, honestly.
It is disappointing. The amount that they're trying to take control of the election is disappointing to me.
And I'm going to be real, guys. I just want to talk about Super Tuesday real quick before we look at this poll. obviously, we were very disappointed with the results from Super Tuesday because Bernie, everyone thought right before Amy, Pete, and right before they dropped out and endorsed Biden, and that other dude, Booker, endorsed him as well, everyone thought Bernie was going to just smash on Super Tuesday, get a ton of delegates, and really...
it was pretty much just like given it.
Yeah.
Before
it was very...
everybody else dropped out.
Yeah. And then that surge helped Biden immensely. And honestly, I'm a little discouraged when I look at the numbers and we see what happened, but it's not over. Bernie can still get more delegates.
Yeah, it's not over.
It's just scary to think people picked Biden for
just
such...
because they were on a different team and now
and
team's endorsing.
And people just... Okay, let's just look at this poll real quick. It's not good, guys. I'll be honest. Oh. It's not a good one. National Morning Consult poll on who voters see has the best chance beating Trump. Biden 51, Sanders 28.
Dude, this is... Alright, we're talking about somebody who has early stages of dementia.
It's a sad fact, but it's true. Like
I think we've shown video on our podcast before of him bumbling over.
We're going to show another one later in the program, but it's really sad that so many people, one, maybe don't even watch the debates or see these clips or...
No, the majority of people are not watching these things. Like, why would they? It's not part of their daily routine.
And I've actually heard older voters be like, oh, I sometimes forget things. I sometimes stutter. So it makes me feel, relatable. Like,
just because
I
you're
get
both
it.
degrading.
Yeah, and I
doesn't mean.
And I get that he used to have like a stutter, and that can be endearing and stuff. But this is different, guys.
This is different. This is like he completely babbles words.
And watch this clip and just watch his advisors. They're not great, I'll be honest.
I don't want a candidate or a president who's being supported in the past by the NRA. It's just unconscionable that Americans walking down the street today cannot. You
didn't, just a very quick clarification.
Yes,
you didn't feel that
absolutely.
way in 2016?
My vote for Bernie was not, as I mentioned, wasn't a vote for Bernie. It was a vote against the establishment. And the 27 at that point.
Why are you now with the establishment?
I don't consider myself.
You don't consider Joe Biden to be establishment?
I'm the granddaughter of illiterate rice farmers.
Not you personally. You don't consider Joe Biden the candidate you support to be establishment?
There is no establishment. I think this is almost like a myth. You know, if there were truly an establishment, Bernie Sanders wouldn't have been able to get as far as he did.
Okay.
So she literally just said, my vote was against the establishment. And then in a minute, she was like, there is no establishment. Oh, shit, what ditch am I digging myself in? I work for Joe Biden now. Oh, no. Like,
Establishment, either way.
It's a little obvious, that you're a little panicked. Like, oh, my God. This dude just pushes him a little bit and her a little bit and just
he's not
crumbling.
being aggressive. He's
just like
asking a calm question. And she's like,
he's like,
that side.
It's like, didn't you vote for Bernie in 2006? She's like, yeah, but these are people who support Joe Biden. They're just spineless, and he's spineless.
How is he supposed to beat Trump? And if he does beat Trump, what is the implications of that?
Exactly. How is he gonna beat Trump when Trump literally tweets out things like this? I will protect your Social Security and Medicare just as I have for the past 3 years. Sleepy Joe Biden will destroy both in very short order, and he won't even know he is doing it.
Literally calling him out for his...
He's already calling him out for his dementia that almost all of us can see.
So rough.
But for some reason, the whole Democratic establishment and party does not want to say dementia or say mental decline or anything because they don't care.
And they'll probably cut out clips of him stuttering.
Exactly. And I even saw, okay, take this with a grain of salt. This was from Twitter. It was just like a post from some dude who was saying that he knew some Democratic insiders.
Okay.
And he was saying that they would literally laugh at Joe when he would like fumble and shit because they just don't give a shit. Why would they? They're going to stay in power. Why would they care?
It's still just establishment bullshit.
If Bernie Sanders gets elected, they lose their power. If Joe Biden gets elected, they keep it. If Donald Trump gets reelected, they keep it. So, what are they going to try and do here, guys?
Let's smash Sanders.
Yep. And even if we just throw up a terrible, terrible candidate. And if you don't believe us already, watch this. We might have shown some of these before, but you guys really got to get this point across.
Friend, and she's a friend. She's been my friend in and out of public life.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
All men and women created by you know the thing. Tomorrow's Superstar Tuesday.
Kyle.
All right, Chuck. Thank you very much.
All right. It's Chris, but anyway.
My name is Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other guy. I love this place. Look, what's not to like about Vermont? One of the things I'm proudest of is getting control of the Paris Climate Accord. I'm the guy that came back after meeting with Deng Xiaoping and making the case that I believe China would join if we put pressure on them. You had people like you had people like the former chairman and leader of the party in Germany. Go to Joe 30330. Watch what happened. Those kids from Parkland came up to see me when I was vice president. They went into and some of you covered it. It's not they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear words. And to get hot, I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
I love kids jumping on my lap. So if you guys honestly think he can be our president, what's up, dude?
What's going on?
Maybe don't watch our podcast.
Yeah. Maybe watch some actual informative content.
Because, like, this shit is crazy. And I know we're laughing and it's like kind of sad that he's getting dementia, but he's the one running for president.
Yeah, he's doing it to himself.
He's should not be
himself in this position.
And the people around him shouldn't be encouraging him to run for president when he's in this state. It's actually really weird.
But they know how to use him, so they're gonna.
I can't. All right. Here's a video when he could actually speak.
Okay.
And when he had stuff to say, it wasn't good. So I, again, don't know why people...
It's still bad.
Yeah. It blows my mind again. All right.
Biden crime bill is before us. Calls for the death penalty for 51 offenses.
The first federal death penalty after declared constitutional was a bill written by me. I support the death penalty, but I don't oppose the death penalty on moral grounds.
We do everything but hang people for jaywalking in this bill. Biden crime bill is before us.
So yeah, when he could actually get things done and had coherent thoughts, they weren't good.
Red flags.
Don't want these things. We shouldn't be just killing people for almost anything.
Yeah.
This is getting crazy.
Minor possession. Murder him.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh. And here's Joe Biden again. This is because now we're in a two-person candidate. We're really going to be talking a lot about this dude because he's the biggest threat now to Bernie. Now watch him, try to explain himself.
I don't think of myself as continuing to stutter. That doesn't cross my mind that I'm stuttering, but apparently people will say occasionally, particularly when I'm tired, I'll say, and I'll find myself searching for a second. Look, the mistakes I make are mistakes. And some people think I still stutter. I don't think of myself that way.
Even in his explanation, he can't even get it out, dude. It's sad. I can't watch this stuff. He's deteriorating. Sad. And it's not a stutter. You could watch videos of him literally in the Senate not too long ago, and he was fine.
Like, when you diagnose somebody with dementia, that's one of the check boxes.
Yeah, like...
I don't know that I'm stuttering when I stutter.
It's...
Okay.
It's sad because no one wants to even talk about this in the media, because then...
He wants to talk about it, apparently.
Yeah, because people keep bringing it up, like, dude, you're stuttering all the time. And it's not even a stutter. It's literally...
Yeah.
He can't, like, get anything out.
It's probably... I don't even know. Let's just see how this goes.
Yeah, but here we got Trump. Okay. Kellyanne Conway on Fox insisting that Trump didn't actually say what he said last night about cutting entitlements. It's just a train wreck.
He just tweeted, "I will protect your Social Security and Medicare, just as I have for the past 3 years. Sleepy Joe Biden," the president writes, "will destroy both in very short order, and he won't even know he's doing it." Kellyanne, president this morning promising he'll protect Social Security and Medicare. You were there at that town hall. He said the opposite. He said that he, in a second term, would cut Social Security and Medicare, and he would cut entitlement programs. Why did he say that?
He didn't say that. He didn't say that. You're misquoting him respectfully. And when I talked to him afterwards, I said there are some articles and some Twitter traffic that says the following. And he said, no, I'm talking about cutting deficits. But
how do you do that, Kellyanne? Pardon me, you got to do that by cutting programs. Let's hear the president. We've got the soundbite, and I'll let you react.
Sure.
The economy is the best economy we've ever had. It's nothing compared to what it's going to be when the trade deals kick in.
But if you don't cut something in entitlements, you'll never really deal with the debt.
We'll be cutting, but we're also going to have growth like you've never had before.
So Martha McCallum said right there, but you're going to have to cut entitlements to cut the deficit, and he said, we'll be cutting.
But that wasn't what he's talking about. He's not talking about cutting entitlements, and he has said that several times. Now, his press secretary put out a statement last night that is not what he was referring to, and the president himself has weighed in on this as well. And he also talked about growth, which was important.
What else could he be referring to?
The president did not...
They just said, are you going to cut entitlements? Yeah, I'm going to cut them. He wasn't referring to entitlements.
No, not real.
How could you get that idea that he was referring to entitlements? He was referring to, Jibby-goo.
Is this his anger management, person that's like in the Key and Peele.
Yeah, the Key and Peele. She even looks like him, dude. Like if he was a female.
The opposite, where he brings it down a notch.
That's funny, dude. So also, what's been happening this week, as we all know, is coronavirus has been kind of...
Oh, it's been devastating.
It's been getting very devastating. It's getting crazy. There's been panic.
People are freaking out.
There's U.S. cases out the wazoo. By the time you're watching this year, there's probably more than what we even said.
Oh, gosh.
So, I'm trying... Okay, get ready, guys. Strap in. Here we go.
Here we go.
We're going to be looking at the CNN live thread. This is a pretty good spot if you want to just check out some, some good stuff. Let me just...
Constantly updated. I like that. Click on the moved here button.
What?
Our live coverage of the coronavirus outbreak has moved here. It's in the middle of the screen.
Oh, wow. Bow, and then put it right back to Dark Reader.
Alright.
So, we got...
2 deaths in the U.S.
Wait, does it keep moving? I'm confused.
Wait. Which one were you on? Keep clicking it until we get to the most recent one, because it just keeps going a day ahead.
Boo, 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 boo. Holy shit. They do one each day?
Yeah.
Thought it would just be a repeat.
I don't know why it's a new link. That's pretty poor design, honestly.
Come on, CNN. Get your design a little better here. Alright, here we go, guys. The live updates. This is 3 minutes ago, so day late.
New York governor declares state of emergency.
5 minutes ago.
Oh.
Whoa, guys. Okay, we are reacting live to this. This is kind of scary for us.
This is where we live.
We live in New York, so...
Coronavirus has gone global.
Fears mount that it may soon become officially a pandemic.
Alright, I'll just mute that for now. Oh, they're all speaking.
Oh, jeez. Fucking CNN, dude. At least they have some good content.
All right. Saudi Arabia confirms 2 new cases of... That's not good. The Saudi is not a good place for it to go.
Nope.
And if it's surviving in that heat, we know that summer's not going to just kill
Summer's not going to kill this one.
Okay, I want to read this one. Governor Andrew Cuomo has declared a state of emergency due to the coronavirus in order to have a more expedited purchasing and testing protocol, according to a press conference held this afternoon. This is actually probably good.
Okay.
Because they can get more funds.
This is
that's the
good
point of a
for
state of
New
emergency.
York.
You get more funding. So that's important. I've officially...
We just signed that big 8 whatever billion thing to fight this.
We really need to get the funds.
Yeah, this is probably the best thing that Cuomo could have done.
Yep. I've officially done a declaration of emergency, which gives us certain powers. We're going to be doing purchasing and hiring more staff, especially to help local health departments that are very stressed, Cuomo said. This is very good.
Yeah.
Actually.
He's basically telling them that they're going to put a ton more money into this.
It's a little bit alarming that a state of emergency is being called over this, but again, we need it so we can get the funding.
Yeah.
That's the main
the
key
preemptive
thing.
Funding to deal with this, because it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, we can't stop it. There's already reports all over New York,
so
we have to try and stop.
We have to prepare for the medical emergency that's about to happen.
All right, California, there's another case. Coronavirus cases in New York rise to 21.
Dude,
that's really good.
So many counties too. It's spreading.
Oh, it's in Saratoga now. That's good. Upstate.
Oh, SPAC, dude. All the SPAC things are gonna get canceled immediately. No more concerts there.
3 new cases of coronavirus confirmed in India. Yeah, this is getting pretty wild. I think, honestly, we'll probably just. Actually, no. Just Google the CNN Lives thing, because whatever day you're on, it's gonna be a different.
It's gonna be different. They're constantly updating it. Like these are only from an hour ago.
Yeah, we'll always have the CDC stuff down there for you guys to stay up to date on what they say.
CDC links are gonna be at the bottom.
Here we got someone saying something dumb.
Oh.
It's Elon Musk.
Oh boy, but not really.
The coronavirus panic is dumb. Okay. I guess to some people they can have this. I can see them having this.
Yes. But
thought
he
and
is
reasoning.
A billionaire.
Yes. He's
put that into
extremely wealthy, extremely privileged. If he gets even a little bit sick, he'll be in the best care ever. He will never get injured by this.
He's got a medical team at Neuralink that would literally just cure it for him.
Exactly. They'll come up with their own vaccine or something and shoot it into his brainstem. And he'll become like a cyborg.
For him, panic is dumb.
So,
but this doesn't make it okay to tweet this.
Because when you have this much reach, it's kind of like, okay, guys, don't, hey. It's
average American.
It's like when Trump goes out and says, hey, go to work if you have the coronavirus. The most ridiculous thing to say in the world. It's like saying
contradicting everything. That is literally what China is saying.
People don't even
be like China.
You shouldn't even go to work if you have the flu, dude.
No. Don't come into work.
You're supposed to not think about the people around you, for God's sake. He's just thinking about the stock market and his numbers. He wants to see them green, please.
Everything boosted.
I want to see green, not red. What is that color there?
Yeah.
It's disgusting, dude. As we were kind of talking about, a lot of stuff's going to get canceled and already has. The city of Austin cancels the SXSW March events. No, it's like some Southwest something. It's a huge media, concert. I'm not 100% sure. Every description's super vague about media and concert. But the big thing is that it brings $355.9 million of revenue to Austin, Texas. So when these type of things get canceled...
That's a lot of revenue for Texas. Just as a community.
It's pretty much just that city.
Yeah.
Just all those businesses. Literally, people won't be hired. They'll be less... it's crazy the effect the coronavirus is actually going to have on the widespread market as a whole.
Like all the esport tournaments are
Yes.
going to be shut down.
Yes.
Eventually, all the NFL stuff is going to be spectator free.
Yeah.
It'll be so weird.
Yeah, because you can't get the players sick and stuff.
Like,
it's going to be...
They're already doing, at soccer tournaments, they banned handshakes, so they have to just kick each other's legs.
Yeah, we're getting to a point where all this stuff... we're going to get to a point when, like, small economies, where, like, small businesses are going to get crippled.
Demolished. Maybe Walmart will survive because they have just so much money. But
Yeah, and they'll deliver stuff. People still need to actually buy things,
Yeah.
even though there's a outbreak.
But your little
But
mom and pop CD store.
Yeah, no one's going to go browse records at your little... or your antique chairs.
Yeah.
Because no one
Or
wants
your
to touch
barber shop.
shit for no reason. And people aren't going to go and, like, to any events. No one's going to go to SeaWorld. No one's going to be going to, like, amusement parks.
Disney.
Because why are you going to touch stuff?
Yeah. Why
What's
would
the-
you be around other people that might get you sick?
Yeah. And it's just disappointing. And I really hope we can get this under control, because I'm going
like
to Colorado
going to fun
in the
places.
summer, so I'd need to be able to go on a plane.
I wish that we could just keep all these places open, but I mean, if we need to contain this virus, let's contain it.
Yeah, and I hope that's what happens. We can contain it and get all those cases solved, and then we can get rid of it. And by then we can have the vaccine, and
like
we just need to quarantine these areas until it's
spray
gone.
them with bleach, like China. Dude, they've done such a good job at reducing the amount of people that are getting infected. It's honestly crazy. If their numbers are any accurate,
and they might not be.
They're probably not, but like they had a huge decline.
Yeah.
Like,
there was someone on CNBC I saw this clip. I don't have it, but I can just explain it real quick. It was a rich, like, CEO, and he came on and he said, if we just infect everyone in America with coronavirus, we'll get this whole thing done with in like a month, and then we can get the market back to normal.
What?
He literally said, so we can get the market back to normal.
oh no.
Okay, yeah, let's
Let's just kill
millions
2% of
yeah.
America.
Let's just kill all the
quick.
old people for no
In
reason.
2 weeks, we'll just demolish
Yeah.
2% of America.
What, like, you can
And
find
then
it
our
online. This clip
markets
is mind-boggling.
We'll be fine.
These people just do not care about you. All they care about is money and the stock market going back up. So you should short these assholes.
Yeah, short these assholes.
I think that's a good time to go into our market section. This is also going to be kind of mingled into the coronavirus section, because they go hand in hand right now.
Very much hand in hand.
There's nothing else.
As soon as coronavirus news comes out,
Yeah.
it instantly affects.
Right now, the state of emergency thing, if the markets and futures were open, would have hurt it. I'm pretty sure we're going to open Monday in a red state. I can already just... I don't know, but also people don't look at it's not real.
It's not real, but it's down.
It's down, of course. All right. I wanted to show this graph here. It's comparing how the market downturn compared to 2008 market downturn. So as you can see here, we're about here, and we're already down 12%.
Okay.
In the 2008 fiscal crisis downturn, we were down 56%, but it took 350 days.
Okay.
Now, what does this mean? Does this mean we've dipped really fast and we're going to recover? Or does this mean we've dipped harder than them because we're in a faster bear market and we had more of a catalyst?
It took me a while to understand that this is an overlay graph. Okay. I'm understanding.
Okay. So
we're in a very bad position right now.
Yeah. If this is any indication, over like a 350-day scale, we could be down a ton. But again, I don't think it's gonna end up as violent, in my opinion. I don't know. I think it really depends here, because if what I've read, and I've seen some posts and some talks around about how this could be the catalyst that pretty much destroys the global banking market, because a lot of what the repo from our federal government is, it's
taking away lots.
It's a really sketchy market where they use a lot of money funded through really weak standard European banks and other countries, and if all of a sudden these countries like pretty much default and like can't do anything, we could have like a legit global banking crisis on our hands. So we could actually see this becoming much worse if because if the coronavirus keeps hitting these places
Major
hard,
businesses.
they're never going to be able to pay back all this loanage, and it's just going to be insane. And I could link the post if you guys want to read it, but let me know. But it's really long. But we could actually be like on the brink of some really scary stuff here.
Yeah.
Like, hold on to your breeches, boys.
This could go down quite fast.
Here we got an article from CNBC. I will bring it over. Stressed stock market may need to retest its lows before finding its footing in the coronavirus crisis. The key points of this article: the S&P 500 may retest its February 28th low of around 2855 before rebounding. An alarming collapse in Treasury yields is also testing investors' long-held idea about how to value stocks, and extreme swings in the market may moderate as market seeks a new trading range. And as they're talking about yields, the 10-year Treasury yield right now is sitting at 0.773% as of yesterday at 5 p.m. So
it's pretty much the lowest it's ever been.
It is the lowest. It's the all-time lowest that yield has ever been. That's a bit alarming, guys. I'm not like an actual finance wizard, but that scares me.
Yeah. If you buy a bond and give the government your money for 10 years, they'll give you 0.7% return. A little alarming.
And I heard that during the trading day yesterday, wait, no, was it? It was one of the days during the week when there was a big downturn. You could literally hear someone on CNBC just yell in the background.
The stock floor?
Yeah, because the stock floor, and they just started yelling and like screaming obscenities and stuff.
This week has been so crazy.
Yeah.
Up and down and up and down.
Yeah.
And then Robinhood.
Jesus.
Like, this week has been insane.
Yeah, there's been a lot of mayhem. A lot of the brokers have been down for a little bit at the beginning of the day. Robinhood was down for 2 days. It caused
2 days.
Huge mayhem with the amateur trading market.
Which is us.
Yeah, we're both now on TD Ameritrade, thank God.
Right, back to making money.
But
Jesus.
Lord.
Yeah,
here's a little something I wanted to start showing every week. The most anticipated earnings releases for the upcoming week. This week looks bad. There's no good ones in my opinion that I see sticking out. There's some random ones that could do well, but none of these.
MD.
Yeah, none of these companies I know. Maybe Adidas, but I don't know if they're going to be doing well.
The health ones might do well.
Adobe's there. That's kind of a good company. But again,
I just don't think
this isn't a power week for earnings.
Yeah, no.
So earnings aren't going to save us when we come down to this decline more and more.
Anybody that sells a product, their stock is going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Like Party City, where do you think they get all the party stuff?
Yeah, and
China.
I don't know. This just doesn't seem like a strong week for earnings.
This is not.
So I don't think it's going to help much the market. There's no going to be like, oh wow, someone beat earnings by a huge little pump to S&P. No,
I don't doubt that.
I don't think that's really in the cards this week. Okay, another CNBC article. It's not good again. The market now sees the Fed cutting by 75 basis points in March. Traders now see a good chance that the Federal Reserve will take its benchmark borrowing rate down 0.75 of a point this month. The central bank earlier this week announces a 50 base cut, and it's expected to do more when it meets March 17th to 18th.
Ooh, that's coming up.
Various regional Fed presidents said the market is not wrong to expect more central bank help if the coronavirus situation worsens.
Print more money.
If this happens again, we're going to end up back in like 08 post-recession, like 08 crash
Cash
levels.
money does not mean anything anymore.
Like level of rate cuts. Because like
this is really bad.
The Fed rate was it was actually climbing for a bit in the past couple of years, but we all of a sudden saw that cut.
Just start cutting it down.
And if you look on the charts for the S&P, and you look at we zoom in right here. I think this is when they did the Fed. This is when they did the rate cut.
The cut, yeah. And it jumped up, but
yeah, this is when the rate cut was, guys. But then it crashed even harder when they did it. It did not help anything.
So they're asking for more of that.
And when that did happen, the rate cut hurts the 10-year Treasury.
Yes.
Because all of a sudden those become harder and their interest is worse.
More people want them.
They all of a sudden instantly hurt the 10-year Treasury yields. And now we're like, we haven't seen one in like days.
Yeah.
When we were chilling at above one
Last
before
week
this.
We were chilling above one.
Oh yeah. So this is getting crazy. Like
not good.
I'm not super worried because I'm young, but I'm worried for older people who
have 401ks.
Yeah. And look at this, another a bad article from Bloomberg this time. China's exports slump as coronavirus forces shutdowns. I wonder if it gives us the numbers here.
Crazy.
It's just not good, dude.
Straight -20.
Yeah. Exports to the U.S. fell almost 28% in the first 2 months of the year. Ouch. So, things aren't looking good.
Things are not coming out of that country.
And if we go back and look at TradingView here, the SPY had a very rough week. If this is 5-day here, we started at about 296 and we ended at like a 290, like 5-ish. And at one point we tried to creep up, but the market right now is dead cat bouncing. Yes. If you don't know what a dead cat bounce is,
look it up on YouTube.
If you throw a cat and it hits the ground and dies and it splats, it's gonna bounce a bit.
Yeah.
So we're
exactly
in the bounce bit.
It has 9 lives. See?
We're in the bouncy bit, and then we're probably gonna see more decline as news worsens.
But they're gonna keep cutting, so it's gonna keep going up at points.
Yeah. So
keep an eye out. If you can get in before a cut, buy a bunch of calls or something.
Yeah.
And then immediately sell them. Just take advantage of the rate cut.
Exactly, but you have to actually be like a day trader.
Very instant. Or just use one of your day trades.
But for long-term investors who have, if you're cash right now, wait. You could
cash is king right now.
It'd be extremely hard to time the bottom at this juncture. Wait until we start heavily going into the green, like for
Let's
like a
wait for
month
a trend, guys.
Yeah. Don't just be like, oh, we seem low now, I'm gonna buy a bunch of stock.
Yeah, no.
And if you already have a bunch of stock, just sit on it, homie.
It's not
in 10 years.
This isn't gonna be a forever thing.
In 10 years, you're gonna be sitting pretty.
Like, as long as your stock is in a company that isn't gonna literally close its doors because of coronavirus,
yeah,
you're totally fine.
And most of your stock should be in mutual funds that's spread across and it's diversified into like commodities, real estate, like a bunch of things.
Big
and they
ETFs
do, and they do all the work for you. Like, you shouldn't be. I think with stuff like your future, you should not be just buying random stocks.
Yeah, no.
Well, if you're into trading options, you should definitely be thinking more like, oh,
it's really low right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I should get in on this, because if they do that rate cut, it will probably go up again.
Yeah, and if there is a rate cut, I don't know, man. I think it might be another catalyst. It's like
it will probably in the long run hurt us.
Yeah.
But for the very short term, they want to just make it look pretty.
Yeah. And I even saw an article from like a CEO from an investment firm who was saying this could be a black swan event, which is like a wee woo market crash event. Not good times.
Not great.
But yeah.
But look at that huge volume spike. I think it goes over the graph. Right at 4:00 closing on Friday, this The green bar goes above the graph.
Yeah, that tends to happen when the Fed get involved and they do like a huge pump.
That is massive volume.
There's like a 2 million one, 3 million tick in there. Yeah. Some companies that I think we could give you an idea that shorting might be an option of, and shorting is obviously betting that
they'll go down.
Yeah, they will keep going down. Disney, because their parks might close and their cruises. Disclosure, we have positions in that. I just don't want to say something and not, be weird.
I would say any cruise lines, airlines, amusement parks.
Yeah.
Anywhere where people congregate.
Delta Airlines is one.
Also, anything that has big events coming up that might get canceled.
Yeah, there's like RCL, Royal Caribbean.
That's just gonna keep going down for a while, I'm sure.
There's CCL, Carnival Corp, obviously Carnival Cruises. There's
it's only becoming more.
AAL, which is American Airlines. There's like a bunch. You can do research. If you want to get a little bit conspiratorial and you want to short something that you think there might be a huge global market crash and through foreign banks, EWG is the Germany ETF.
Oh, goodness. Germany is not in a good place right now.
The Germany ETF is probably a good one to think about. We got the EWJ. This is the Japan ETF. It's in a bad spot as well.
Italy, I'm sure, is in a bad spot.
Yeah, I don't know what that one is. Probably EWI. Italy, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Pretty much all the same bad.
These foreign banks, I think, are actually... Alright. Sorry about the delay, guys. Just a Amazon package. So anyway, as we were saying, these foreign banks, I think, are extremely weak. Again, do your own research, your own due diligence. This is just a theory that I'm probably going to be doing more research throughout the week on. I'd like to maybe come back and give you guys a little more thoughts.
And things can change really fast, so...
Yeah. Also, and a thought on the airlines, the cruise lines. I think there's a high chance the airlines will get bailed out by the government, like how the banks did in 2008. Just saying that up, right? I think that's
They need to survive.
Yeah, we need people flying, and I think that's a high chance. The cruise lines, lower chance on that, guys. I don't think they give a shit.
I don't think cruise lines are a necessity.
No. I don't give a shit about a cruise line. Brett does more, but...
As long as they don't close down shop by April.
And obviously ones like Disney, they're not going to close down shop altogether, but their parks, once their...
Yeah, their foreign parks are already closing down.
Once their U.S. parks start closing down...
Yeah, that is the big money makers.
That's going to be rough for them, guys. So yeah, VIX has been going through the effing roof. It was at like 50 at one point.
VIX is a volatility index?
Yes. So as shit hits the fan, it goes up. The meme stocks, Tesla and space, are dying, obviously.
Just not touch those.
Right Don't touch those forever. Yeah, Bitcoin's doing Whoa.
Whoa, no, it's...
Yeah,
This just happened.
This is extreme. Whatever happened was very extreme, but...
Something happened at noon. We have no idea. This is just coming out.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Buy Bitcoin right now.
I guess.
guess.
Or it could keep dropping. Who knows, dude?
Who knows?
What just happened? Okay.
Anyway, I think that's all the market stuff. If you guys have anything you want us to talk about in the market section, or
comment down below,
political or whatever,
willing to talk.
Because I'm just curious what you guys want to hear. Maybe I'm just talking a little bit more gibberish and I should slow down.
Yeah, we're just rambling on about nonsense.
And
maybe you should let us know.
Yeah, if we need to be more clear on some stuff here.
Okay.
Anyway, guys.
We love your input.
Yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.